Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Blind. There was some kind of larger update. I don't know if that would do anything for us, since we're still doing much lower level things. Who knows? We'll find out. Or not. We're just gonna keep doing what we're doing. The sea rises. Level 50 quest still. When will it become higher than level 50? Who knows? Anyways, gonna get some necklaces from this, or one necklace, technically. Only get to choose one. Minfilia wishes to share some final words on the coming mission prior to departing for Limsa Lominsa. Plainly, should the worst come to pass, and Leviathan is summoned, our only recourse will be to face him in battle. Given past experience, you may very well think that eventually inevitable. Yet so long as there is even a chance that the Primal's return might be prevented, we must needs bend all our efforts towards achieving that goal. Before we do aught else, let us hasten to Limsa Lominsa and meet with the Admiral. She will not have been idle in the intervening time, and will doubtless have valuable information to share. Okay. To Limsa. Here we go. More loot. Alright. See if we actually need to do different fights and things here. I think it so far has been unlocking the actual new dungeons and stuff during the main scenario quest, so this could be where we unlock this fight. I wouldn't expect that all the other things we already did would be part of the main story. Hasn't seemed like it's been that way so far. We'll see. We'll see. To the command room. So the quest is here. On this side? Oh yeah. Spirit's most foul. It's level 50. That's something. What's this? It is over at the there it is. It's already here. It's already here. Yep, there it is. It's the most foul level 50 quest. Is that the... That is the... guy that's gonna pop up here eventually, going to do another delivery quest kind of thing. We could do that, but we're really doing other stuff. It also isn't even here, it's a different spot. We have to talk to this guy. Whatever. You're expected. Pray take this lift to the command room. Proceed. There you go. There we go. To the command room. Here we are. Hey. Another Titan threat to deal with. And everybody else is here. Welcome, friends. I take it Shtola has appraised you of the situation. Let's waste no time then. According to our best intelligence, the Zagan had not crystals enough to summon their god. Last, we did not count on the Serpent Reavers venturing as far as Thanalan to supplement their cache. For our short-sightedness, we are faced with grim prospect of Leviathan's imminent return. Needless to say, I'm not inclined to let the fishbags have their way. Even as we speak, the Maelstrom makes ready to launch a large-scale operation to thwart the summoning, and we would welcome the Scion's support in this endeavor. But if, God forbid, our efforts should come to naught, I will need to trouble you for more than mere support, which as I did when Titan last walked these lands. Yep. Lady Minfilia, I'm given to understand that you mean to accompany our soldiers on the front lines. I can only assume that you have sound reasons for doing so. I do, Admiral. I would rather not be drawn on their nature. I will say only that there is something I would see with mine own eyes. Is that so? Well, I'm not so stubborn as to deny the wish of the one whose aid I require, but precautions must be taken. I shall require that you remain by my side at all times. With that settled, let us speak on the operation. Arctic? Maelstrom scouts are currently reconnoitering Zagan movements within the Sepsa spawning grounds. Upon completing their mission, they return to the operations staging point at Camp Skull Valley. Once you make your way there forthwith, there might be appraised of the latest intelligence. Commander Falkrida has charge of the garrison. Alright. Seems like a plan. Or going towards where a plan's going to be at. Here. Airport. There we go. Oh. Let's do this. I fully expect we're going to be fighting. You never know. Something weird could happen. You never know. Let's get over there, see what the latest information is, at least. Up to the fort camp place here. Hey. I've been expecting you, Scion of the Seventh Dawn. On behalf of the men and women here, I thank you for your cooperation. The safety of our citizens is paramount. With your aid, we will prevent Leviathan's return. Sounds like a plan. We got this necklace here, which is not quite as good as the one we currently have. So we're going to take the other one instead, in case we need some kind of healing necklace or whenever we get around to that, probably. Good to have options. 2,340 XP. Alright, here's some more bracelets. A Spirit Bond Potion. Increased Spirit Bond gain +3. Action enhances the rate at which your equipment gains Spirit Bond. Interesting. That'd be beneficial for getting stuff bonded and getting more material out of it. So, there you go. My friend is growing ever more agitated by the minute. Scouts in distress. As you may already know, Maelstrom scouts have been dispatched to reconnoiter the Sapsa spawning grounds. Though it pains me to admit it, the Maelstrom has never faced a foe the likes of this before. Must proceed with all due caution. Among other things, they have orders to determine where Leviathan might emerge, assuming it comes to that. And yet, their return is long overdue. I fear that ill may have befallen them. For better or worse, we must ascertain their fate. If it's not too much to ask, I would have you aid us in the search. 5 scouts ventured into Sapsa all told. Here, take this flask of restorative to tend those who may have been wounded. Though it pains me to even consider the notion, if they have perished, circumstances permitting, I ask that you recover their bodies. By no means venture too deep into enemy territory, however. We can ill afford to lose you at this junction. Right. So I went in there and have not returned. Not great. Not great for them. We can go as far in here as we need to. Oh, there is a guy for one of our hunting logs. We definitely have some hunting log stuff we could do. Where are those guys standing around? There's one. Need 3 of that particular kind of guy. What a level 44. Oh, there's another one. And we lost. Yeah. 511, my goodness. And that is hunting log. That one. Got some serpent seals. It's also another big win. Alright, serpent seals. There's a guy. How you doing? Help! Somebody! Of all the times to get the restorative, Maelstrom, restorative. This fact-acting concoction temporarily imbues strength while suppressing pain, allowing wounded soldiers to make their way to safety. Convenient. There you go. Thank you. I owe you my life. We were ambushed by the Serpent Reavers. Lightly armed as we are, we didn't stand a chance. I was able to flee this far, but the others were captured. They were taken to the Serpent's Tongue, I'm certain of it. To make my own way back to camp, I fear the worst for my comrades. Save them, I beg you. Alright. So Serpent Reavers continue to be a problem here. It specifically said, don't go too far in. Immediately, we go further in. They're over here. They all captured over here. We got fate going on here, too. There's some guys. Soldier corpses. Alright. Go from this side to avoid problems. Fresh meat for the lard. Oh, we have less. What's that for? Anyways. Blast them. Map. Okay. Soldiers' corpses, collecting them. And the other one. That's 3. Like 5 in total. Let's see. Okay. Oh, there was 5. We found 3. Close enough. Let's get out of here. Could have been brought further. Or the other 2 actually were kidnapped even further from here. Possible. Problematic, but possible. This is why you don't send random guys to go do anything. They just don't accomplish much, do they? Shame. Anyways. You've returned. Thank the navigator. When I learned that you went to the Serpent's Tongue by yourself, I feared you would meet an untimely demise. But tell me, what became of the others? Soldier corpses. Mutilated even. Oh boy. There you go. Dear gods. These wounds were not intended to kill, but to torture and maim. Does their savagery know no bounds? Enemies or no, they go too far. I dread to think what may have become of the 2 who remain unaccounted for. Pray that they haven't suffered the same evil fate. At the very least, one of my men came back alive. For that I owe you my thanks. The price we paid was dear. We have the intelligence we need. Even as we speak, the Admiral finalizes the details of the operation. The war horns will sound any moment now. We're ready to sally forth when they do. Alright. Got a strength ring, dexterity ring. I don't know how this compares to my archer ring. Open this. Look at the rings. Got some strength stuff. Dexterity. You can see which ones are actually part of sets here. 10 dexterity. I have a little 70 ring. Let's see which set it's part of. Not particularly. This is a 15 dexterity ring. Grab that, or not even a ring. This is a ring, this is a bracelet. It's a circle, totally counts. What else we got in here? 13 dexterity, 3 strength, 1 strength, 5 strength. We got the 13 dexterity ring, this is a 15 dexterity ring. Higher level also counts for making the number here go up in order to be able to access some things. So we'll take the dexterity ring for the bard set. Good enough. Ring. bracelet, whatever. The Gift of Eternity. Valkyria awaits the commencement of the operation with barely concealed rage. Some more stuff here. An intelligence bracelet and piety bracelet. Okay. There's enough options here. Just get some different things. Thrice-tamed fishback bastards. I'll kill them slowly and then chase their rotten souls through all 7 hells. It's been a whole thing. Yeah. And then it got worse. Admiral. Peace, Commander. We're here for a purpose, and vengeance is not it. Want your mind on the task at hand, savvy? My apologies, Admiral. You may count on me to keep a clear head. Good. According to our sole surviving scout, these Hagen and their thralls have already begun to amass all the Aetheryte in the depths of Sapsa. If we are to act, it must be now. The men are ready. We better wait your orders, Admiral. As predicted, the Hagen have tightened security in and around the spawning grounds. Frontal assault is like to be met with fierce resistance. Then we'll fly in. But we are not so artless as that, Commander. We shall divide our forces and strike them hard and fast at key locations. Remember, our ultimate objective is to take the Sapsa Aetheryte and eliminate the Hagen priest presiding over the summoning. We are not here to kill them all. The Maelstrom shall engage and distract the Hagen's legion of drowned pirates at the Serpent's Tongue. Commander, you have charge over this effort. Be mindful that the lay of the land there is devilish for attacking forces, that the foreign levies spearhead the assault, and have subsequent units fan out to cover their flanks. At the selfsame moment, a diversionary squadron formed of galleons from the Crimson Fleet shall harry the enemy from offshore. Likewise, we Scions shall form smaller units in hopes of confusing the Hagen defensive effort. Artik and Sholna, the two of you are to make your way to the site of the summoning ritual. The Admiral's diversion should serve to thin the enemy's defenses, rendering your path less perilous. A small party, I believe, should be able to win through without drawing unwarranted attention. Alright. Tancred and Yukiri, your mission is to lure as many Sagan as possible out of the spawning grounds. Having done so, take to your heels and circle round to join the infiltration unit of Ishtolna and Artik. When all has been set in motion, I myself shall cut a path to the Aetheryte, accompanied by Lady Minfilia as was agreed. Well, don't let me keep you, friends. To battle. Alright, let's go. When last did we fight side by side, Artik? Too long ago, I warned. But come, let us away. Come on. Doesn't feel like too often we fight side by side with any of the characters. We just end up getting random groups together for things. But anyways, let us be off. Go to the first checkpoint and defeat any Sagan that appear. Again, there's the possibility that flight was not originally in the game, because it sure makes getting to the backs of all these places really, really trivial. We'll see. Alright. The first checkpoint. Yeah, lots of checkpoint places here. See if Shitola came with us. There. Ah, intruders. Why's our mana so low? And the other guard here. This guy here is not worried about it at all. He's fine. Okay. So mana so low. 3,000. Okay, checkpoint, defeat that. Go through the second checkpoint, defeat any Sagan that appear. Okay. There's like 2 directions to get to the same first checkpoint there. Oh, there's a fate happening over there. That's no good. Huh? Second checkpoint. Jump pass. Shelf spine guards. Yeah. A little bit of an overkill. Him with that. Let's get some. Okay, there we go. Come on. Come on. Hey, is it? Oh wow, more guys. We failed the fate that's happening behind us. Oh, there's a Yar the Wave Fiends right away. That's probably the fate guy. Not gonna worry about that too much. Alright. Kinda dying. Burn, burn, burn. Attack another guy, it's great. Stop, 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 stop. Make our way to the final checkpoint, while also letting ourselves heal a little bit here. Got some ballistas and stuff here. Oh, this guy's just kind of chilling. It's fine. Okay. Yep. Find this guy. Bubbles. Vodka. No. Oh, whatever. Here we go. For Lord Leviathan, he says. They just explodes. Oh, we were interrupted. Oh, that's unfortunate. Sad times. Sad times. Full MP. Let's go here. 500. 1300. Huh? That's everybody. Additional waves of enemies. Always be slightly difficult. Still not? No. Hey. You still have brought in Axolotl. Hope you appreciate that. Alright, that is also great. That's also great. Some assistance would be appreciated. It's fine. Oh, the cast times. It's all worth it for the giant explosion of fire. Good stuff. Good stuff. Hey, how's it going? Helping him up. Helping him up. Pray do not concern yourself. 'Twas but a glancing blow. Come, the 8th rite is close at hand. Let us press on. Eh. See if we're in time. Defeat that crazy looking priest guy. There he is. Is the perfect time for an AoE fireball.
Damn them. They have made thralls of soldiers and civilians both.
Oh boy. Hey, backup's here. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Did I miss much? So that is how you fight in the Far East. Mental note, pick no quarrel with Domans. But seriously, if I am to keep up, I must needs forsake elegance for efficiency. To the Aetheryte!
No, come on. Yeah, I'm right where we want him.
You'll forgive me my lateness.
Hey.
I've been something of a liability of late, I know. 'Tis high time I set about making amends.
Long have you shriveled Swordwalkers, tormented our kind. But no more! Your time is at an end! You shall perish with salt in your wounds and sea in your lungs. Lord of the world, hearken to our plea. Lord of the world, deliver us from our misery.
Do you feel that?
I know this sensation. It's the echo.
What? Such power! It is transcendent!
That's different.
7 hells.
Strike me down if you will. It is futile. I have mastered the gift. I am eternal. Oh, mighty Leviathan, ruler of the seas, born of waters primordial. I offer unto you this frail flesh, that you might grant your faithful servants deliverance. I beseech you, come forth!
Die, damn you!
AoE attacks would be good here.
Foolish shorewalker! You cannot kill that which is eternal!
Heavens forfend. Damn it all!
My being am the way. But it should by right be infinite. Am I not immortal? Curse you, emissary! You promised me everlasting.
Where did he go?
What say you? Nary a single ship? Hells take that sea demon. Gather the survivors and get to shore. Leave the wrecks for the pirates. Leviathan wastes no time. The diversionary squadron is lost.
That was quick.
For a mercy, 'twould seem the Primal now makes for open sea. But why does he not press his advantage? Unless... God save us. He means to unleash a tidal wave.
That would also be bad. Oh boy. Yeah, we really should have blasted the High Priest quicker there. Understand, I speak of no normal wall of water. That which Leviathan makes ready to conjure carries more destructive power than aught seen in nature. Enough to raise entire coastal settlements. His last attempt is any guide. We cannot suffer history to be repeated. Yet how in the Seven Hells are we to prevent it? And here is a free bracelet. I can consider our current bracelet wildly better. Alright, I'll take that. Like it. Gear selection list. Recommended gear. Keeps on trying to put on the wrong rings over and over for some reason. Correctly choosing this very good ring is very good. But still, not even close. Not even close. Equip that. Recommend it back to the correct ring. Up to gear set. Okay. Into the heart of the whirl. Morlib is brooding over Leviathan's return. Yeah, it's a problem. Though our plight cries out for action, we must take thought. So long as Leviathan remains in the open sea, he's effectively beyond our reach. Our fleet is second to none, that you may be sure, but Lillian herself would struggle to best the Lord of the Whirl in his element. In a straight fight, he would make meat and matchwood of us. We need another plan. That much is plain. Let's return to Limsa and see if we cannot think of one. Shall wait you in the command room. Alright. Well, not alright. Opposite of alright, in fact. To Limsa. Again. Okay. Yeah. Finding just immediately destroyed the other bit of the fleet, so trying to go out that way, probably not ideal. But also, giant tsunami, also not good. Yep. We got problems. We got problems here. What do we think? What do we think? Also, buffed up by the whole everything over there. Wait for this guy to spawn so we can go inside the command room. Waiting. They're expanding the command room. Pray not keep the Emerald waiting. Yep. Everybody else is already here. And Storm Marshal. Okay.
There used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western Lanosha. Hearthstone, it was called. Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the Company of Heroes put him down before he could do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Hearthstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
The area was subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
Aye, the thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystals stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations. If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Hearthstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The Primal must be stopped.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the Primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. 7 hells! Is there no way that we might strike back?
The Company of Heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet, but we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
Admiral, if I may.
Speak freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe. This, in effect, is what the Company of Heroes achieve with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told. If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us, rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
Begging your pardon, my lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldic and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe. But I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul? It is said that he lashed two ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder. By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
Now, from what I have gleaned of these matters, the device will need to be in close and constant proximity to the target. To wit, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan. This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel.
Quite the plan.
Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
Twill be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well. Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Moraby Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait. Storm Marshal Slapierson, command of the operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
At once, Admiral.
And then there is the small matter of slaying the beast. The fate of Limsa Lominsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, warrior of light.
Come. Just get to Yugiri next. We have the idea of a plan here. See if it's going to be quite that simple. Next time. Goodbye.